Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Hello, and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and hold on to those headphones, because today's episode is going to rock your socks off, as the cool music people say. And as you can hear, the dog next door is just like so excited for this episode. Today, my guest and I, not the dog, we're reviewing the rockstar romance Detour by Kacey Shea, which is currently $3.99. And I am so excited about my guest today. Like, honestly, he's like the most rock person that I know that I met through doing improv and sketch comedy. An old friend of mine, Scott Rodgers. He's an actor, director, writer, musician, and co-host of the podcast Jam Space, along with Colton Dunn. And he's also producing a new podcast from a TSTL alum that you all love, Alana Johnston, which is called Self-Esteem Party, and it is out now. And I highly recommend both those podcasts. So guys, I have one request, and that is to hold on to those panties, because you're going to want to track me down and throw them to me, because this episode is just so hot. And I like to think of myself as like the Tom Jones of the romance podcasting world. But I implore you, sit back and enjoy this review of Detour. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, Scott Rodgers, are you ready to rock and roll?
I was born. I was born ready.
That's what I figured. Well, welcome to Too Stupid to Live.
Thank you so much.
So as we discussed, you have not read a romance novel before, but have you ever skimmed erotica or like a romance novel? Okay.
I had a previous relationship, and the gal was reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, sure.
And it was around that time when it really popped. And so, yeah, I looked in, I read some passages and asked some questions and got into it. I've seen the first and third installments of the 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, did you feel like you really missed out on the second installment, or?
No. Okay. Well, I might be missing out on it, but I don't think I was missing anything story. You know, it's like they say, am I going to understand what's happening? Yeah. I got what was
good. I'm glad. Okay. Yeah. So did you have any positive thoughts in regards to your 50 Shades of Grey experience, or were you just like, oh God, that's terrible?
I'm all about it. I don't judge it. I find it fascinating that it took such a hold in popular culture. And I think it was like, whoa, this is a huge thing in the psyche of women in the world.
Yeah.
You know, and some men, but in general, you know, and it really, I just loved that and was fascinated by it. And I think it was obviously the first thing where like BDSM and these kinds of things came into the vernacular of the culture.
Totally. And it's like, oh yeah, people are doing this too.
Yeah. And but it also, it's striking a chord with, again, all kinds of people. You don't want to pigeonhole people, but, or stereotype who's drawn to it. But it was like, oh, this is a big, big thing.
Yeah.
What was interesting is also in talking to different gals that I know that were into the book, it's so interesting because there is something where the fantasy, they want it to remain a fantasy, kind of. It's not that they want their husband, boyfriend, whoever, to be Christian Grey.
Yeah.
But there's something about the story and that dynamic, whether it's just fantasy, you know, just fantasy, that is attractive.
Totally. I kind of see it to like almost playing a video game a little bit. I mean, I hate to like be like men like video games and women like these because everyone likes both, but there is like an empowered feeling about like reading these books. It's this empowered feeling of like being a woman, being able to like have a alpha man, like, you know, regard you as an equal, you know, and you regard him as an equal, and you guys like become this like team player or like team players. And it's just like, it really is like this, you know, yes, it's like sexy and people want to like read sexy shit, but like, you know, there's also something so empowering about it too.
You're saying within the narrative of a lot of erotica and romance novels.
I think so. And again, there's probably, you know, so many books I haven't read that probably doesn't like follow in that trajectory, but there is something so like feminist and like, you know, sex positive about these books, you know.
Absolutely.
Even though
what?
they're, you know, you think everyone thinks that they're just like silly sexy books, you know, but they're not. Like there are like
I think
empowering storylines.
I'm just a doofus that used to be on a sketch team with you, but take this for what it's...
I never thought of you as a doofus.
Take this for what it's worth. You don't have to worry about if those people... I don't even know if those people are real, by the way.
No, they're not.
I think that's a residual, you know, it's left over from, you know, a past. You were saying earlier that you had maybe a judgment or even a little shame about reading these books, but let's let that go.
I know. And listen, I already
From
did.
From here on out. You know, you started a damn podcast about it.
So obviously it's not there.
You
but
love
sometimes,
it.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so speaking about being on a sketch comedy team together. So I have had, you know, our comedy friends on this podcast. And I always ask them, like, do you think you're a romantic person? And a lot of them are like, no. But I'm going to pose this question to you. Like, do you think you're romantic? And has there ever been like a gesture of romance that, you know, has had an emotional effect on you?
Oh, someone doing a gesture to me in romance?
Something you've done, something someone else has done, something fictional, non-fictional, like
that's
whatever.
Had an effect on me.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself as a romantic per se. But I don't know. You've known me, and even I was talking to our mutual friend, Alana Johnston, and she was talking about, we were playing this game like love and hate, which is, what do we love about each other? What do we hate about each other? Which is a very provocative.
I hate 50% of that game.
Yeah.
What do you hate about each other?
Well, one of the things she said to me was like, you used to get high and just talk about spirituality all the time and just ramble on. And I know that that's a big negative review of Scott Rodgers through the years. But that's my preamble to say I don't really think of things in terms of I'm a romantic or I'm not a romantic. I try to be realistic and be very loving. I try to love someone, like with my wife, Kayla. My aim is to love her and want what's best for her, no matter what that is for me. Obviously, I have my boundaries, my self-respect, etc. But I want to like surprise her. I want to do loving things for her. I want to have an open, conscious, beautiful relationship, and we have that. And I know that some of that just is quote unquote romantic. Like, let's go out to dinner. Let's do fun things together. But I'm not romantic in the sense of oh, they found this thing, like I don't think in those terms. I truly do look at, infatuation and these types of things as a sort of biological phenomena, and I'm into all that kind of thinking of like, oh, the first year of a relationship is akin to a car accident. You're like in this like chemical delusion meant to help procreate the human race.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
But I'm into all of it. And so, and I like to just have fun with things. Yeah. I don't hold on to any belief too tight. So
sure, that's probably a good idea.
So I kind of like, I'm down with romance, but I don't cling to it.
Yeah, and you don't push it away.
Yeah, I try to just let anything just kind of be what it is.
Let it be.
Yeah, I try to.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real spiritual. Okay.
What about you?
Am I a romantic person? I don't think I am. I don't think I am, but I think there's a part of me that like is affected by, like, emotionally affected by romance, like, reading these books or going to a friend's wedding and like seeing like very like authentic gestures of like love, but I'm also I my head isn't in the clouds, you know what I mean? And I'm not just like, well, I read in a book about a man who like does this, and I'm not like after something that probably doesn't exist.
Have you been in love?
No, I've never been in
You've
love.
Never been in love.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
No.
I mean, I've had strong like infatuations, but like I've never really felt like what you described, like like love. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I accredit my relationship with my wife to kind of moving past a lot of this romantic stuff or whatever, and trying to get to this new place for me, like. Because I think when I'm overly concerned with, like, do you love me? Do you not love me? And there's a lot of fear in so much of that. And so I just had this realization that she's a human being that I like. And if I say I love this person, I should want what's best for them. I shouldn't have this. I feel like that's marriages. All these things get torn apart with cheating or infidelity, and create whatever base, and rules of your relationship that you want. But in certain ways, I find that kind of silly, because I think, sex is sex, and it's a big deal, and lying is a big deal. But I don't know, people just cut the most important person in their life totally out when it's like, you've done a lot together, people mess up, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If my wife cheated on me, I wouldn't care. That's what I'm saying. And it's true.
Kayla, do you hear this?
Yeah. Because then I don't have to worry about it. She does it. She doesn't do it. It doesn't have anything to do with me.
Right.
And I also know she's probably not going to do it.
I mean, so, I would doubt it.
Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares? Oh my God. I was watching The Bachelor before you arrived, so my head is like still a little. Are you watching it this season?
No, I can't really watch it.
I
watch snippets, and it's sort of just. And I don't mean in any superior way. Yeah. I just mean, like, I'm not big into reality shows to begin with. But that show, I don't know, it just sort of, it just doesn't compute for me.
It never computed for me until the episode I just watched. It is very funny. It's a funny show. And they all say these like truths, about love, and like, I want what's best for you, and like they're saying all these things, but it's like you're trying to like win a game, and also like everyone is really dumb, and like I cannot get enough.
The most I've been watching of The Bachelor is Lauren Lapkus's Instagram stories.
Oh yeah,
she'll just talk as she watches most of an episode, and even today, I watched probably 2 minutes when the gal and one of the guys went naked bungee jumping, and so I saw moments of it, and I hear her comments on it, and I am pretty. It's pretty captivating. Oh, you're like, what is this? But I can't bring myself to.
No, you're
commit to it.
Good for you. Good for you. That's probably why I've never been in love, because I've been watching The Bachelor nonstop. Okay.
No.
Don't
say that.
I'm not my hope. I still have hope.
Of course.
One of these 6 guys is going to be my husband. So
You should go on The Bachelor. You should be the Bachelorette.
You think I should do it? Let's see. I think I'm like maybe, 13 years too old. Okay, so should we get into discussing the book Detour?
I can't wait.
By Kacey Shea.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So Scott and I are reviewing that book. It is $3.99. It was book 1 in the Off Track Records series, and I'll read a quick synopsis. Okay. Singer-songwriter Lexi Marks just got her big break as the opening act for the mega hit band 3 Ugly Guys, who are anything but. And what happens to rock her world isn't just the music. No. It's Trent Donovan, the bad boy lead singer for 3UG. And if they gave out Grammys for Best Sex of the Year, he'd win every year until the world goes up in flames.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Would you like to look at the cover of the book real quick? Maybe you can
I have it burned into my brain.
Oh, you
can
do?
Turn your laptop, but well,
here it is.
Well, because you say $3.99, that's on Kindle or something,
yes,
right? See,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
As I told you, I bought the hard copy. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I like to have hard copies. I like to hold the book.
Yeah.
This is not Trent Donovan.
No,
as described in the book.
No, it's not.
This man on the cover. He has like more flowing hair.
Yeah.
Kind of curly. It falls into his face often.
Mm-hmm.
He has to brush it back. A lot of description of his hair throughout the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's this guy?
I don't know.
He's just some guy.
He's just some guy. He
meant to catch your eye.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's why he's there.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely think like who's the guy from Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy. Mm-hmm. He looks like that guy, and I'm like, oh, this book cover is probably appealing to like those women who like
he was the initial guy they tried to cast as Christian Grey.
That's right.
And there's a huge backlash, and so he stepped back.
Yeah.
I hired that other dude, whoever that guy is.
Jamie, yeah. What's his face? Yeah.
Jamie.
Just Jamie.
Jamie Oliver.
Yeah, Jamie.
The chef.
Here's what I appreciate about this book. So obviously we see a shirtless guy cradling his guitar.
Uh-huh. The wrong way.
It's the wrong way. Okay.
Well, his right arm is holding the neck of the guitar, and his left is holding the lower, where you strum.
Yeah.
But in general, you'd be using your left arm to strum. Mm-hmm. So it's like he'd kind of hold it against his left side of his face as opposed to the right side.
So he's not left-handed.
Unless he is.
Yeah, and he like switched his guitar around.
Like, he's like Jimi Hendrix or something like that.
Here's what I appreciate about it is that you could see his hand is going through the O.
Through the O of Detour.
And he gives good orgasms. So I was like, good on.
Oh, very nice.
Good on the publisher. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Trent Donovan. Is quite a Lothario.
That guy.
Sexual beast.
I have so much to say about him.
I can't wait to hear all of your thoughts. I gotta say, this was the best and the worst book I've ever read in my life.
Same here.
It's just like, I found myself, I was nodding as I read it the whole time, like, yeah. Like, that kind of nod where it was like, like, and I was like half serious, half joking, kind of like, yeah, that is what it's like in the world of rock and roll. And my tight, my cock. Sorry, you say some of this stuff on the podcast, right?
Go.
Yeah,
go
it's like
down.
pushes against my too tight jeans, begging. It's like, and then like I don't know, I ate it all up. I just loved it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Did you come up with a tagline?
Well,
if not, it's totally okay.
This one's my joke is, and we keep talking about 50 Shades of Grey, but. The tag of 50 Shades of Grey is Mr. Grey will see you now. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My lead tag pitch is Mr. Trent will see you now. Mm. And you know who Mr. Trent is.
I know who Mr. Trent is.
Yeah, spoiler.
Spoil away. Trent Donovan has a nickname for his penis.
That's right.
Which is Mr. Trent.
Mr. Trent. That's brought up a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a joke towards the end of the book, too, where Do we just get? I have so much to say about all this.
It's fine.
And I jump all over the place. I want to be respectful. I want to like unfold it in the way you want to.
Unfold it the way you want to.
Okay.
This is
the way we want to.
The way we want to. Listen, you're the lead singer of our band right now.
But I don't write any of the songs.
Don't write any of the songs. We have to talk about this.
That was a huge blow to me.
It was a blow. Yeah. Okay. What were you going to say about Mr. Trent? The Mr. Trent joke at the end.
Oh yeah, his mom all throughout, and this is I was just so amazed and enthralled and baffled by the psychology of these characters and the emotional gear shifts, where it was just they were so in it and they were about to do it, and then it was no, and it was like they hate each other, and no one is gonna get in Lexi Mark's way, you know, like I'm doing it all on my own, but. Trent, one of the gear shifts he had was his mother was, who plays a funny part at the beginning of the film, but to say, basically the whole time he thinks that she has a new man in her life,
right?
And it brings him rage immediately. He's like, who's there with my mom? You know, which is so. I don't know. It strikes you. It throws you off. But at the end of the book, you realize that this Tony he keeps hearing about on the phone is actually a dog.
Yeah.
A little Pinkinese.
A little cute dog.
Something like that. And then his mom, the joke is,
yes.
Oh, maybe we'll call him Mr. T. And Trent looks at Lexi, and it's like, uh-oh. They both know that they call his dick Mr. Trent. And he was like, no, he's too sweet to be called Mr. T. And then under his breath, kind of to Lexi, he says, there's only one Mr. in this house.
Yeah. That was good. That was a really good description of that scene, and I felt it. What you were describing about, like the way you were describing Trent, leads me to something that I wanted to point out is that Trent is 27 years old, but the way his character is in this book made him seem like a 17-year-old Justin Bieber. Like persona. Now, obviously, he like can play the guitar and sing and stuff, but so can Justin Bieber. But regardless, he seems so immature. Is my point.
Sure.
And like not 27.
Yeah, the relationship with the two other guys in the band, Austin and Sean, they've known each other since they were young. And sure, you know, you're a rock band, you live in this sort of Arrested Development, but yeah, they were extremely adolescent, and. That was a lot of the vibe between them, and Trent is very much that way. But, you know, Lexi's young too, 24.
True.
But I think it all rang with true of being some immaturity just because it was so absolute, you know? She was just like so decided about the way the world is and what love is and won't be and what I can't let in. And, you know, thinking about all that, like so much happens like moment to moment, like the beginning of the day, it's this whole huge revelation, even when they finally sleep together, and then we're together now, and then they're not together. It's like, it all moves so fast.
Yeah, it was, it's funny you say that, because it was like once they got together and then weren't together, it was very fast, but then like for the first like half of the, or you know, before they even get together, I'm like, oh my God. These two got a bone already. I'm waiting for it.
Long lead up.
Yeah, it was a long lead up. But then it was like, whoa, what a roller coaster.
Well, yeah, the beginning of the book, to start there, is, well, yeah, it switches POV.
Yeah,
so
between
it
Trent
goes
and
back
Lexi.
and forth.
Yeah.
Like a duet. And, you know, Trent, it's his POV at the beginning.
Yeah.
And every chapter denotes that. It says Trent, and then we're with Trent, and then we're with Lexi, and we're going back and forth. But we start with Trent, and we get to go into Trent's world, and it's like...
It starts with him having a three-way. That's
yeah,
like
exactly. Like two chicks that knew what the deal was.
Yeah.
And it's very descriptive about sex, the sex they're having, and et cetera. And he has a very long tongue that comes out throughout the movie. Trent's tongue is very long.
That's another reason why I found him so adolescent, is like they're sticking their tongues out at each other. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the author, even in the descriptions, though, like really made that choice to be like Trent Donovan. And I think that's meant to be one of his alluring qualities.
Oh, sure. He
has an extremely long tongue. But yeah, he brings it up. and but the beginning, he's having a threesome with two kind of groupie chicks, and then you hear Trent, and it's his mother.
My God.
That's like the first 5-6 pages of the book is his mom walks in while he's boning with two chicks and has to stop. And then they just go on and like he's following his mom and then they're having a conversation. It's like, oh, okay.
This is the world.
This is where we're starting. So it's like also like extremely sexual right away. And then it really slows down.
Yeah.
And then for, like you said, the rest of the first half of the book is really about how getting to know the characters and how much that like Lexi doesn't want this. She hates this person. She's not letting him in, and has her dad's a rock star, but she doesn't want to be associated with him. But really, one of the notes I wrote down on my phone was his behavior towards her is really borders on, and maybe doesn't even border, it crosses the border of sexual harassment.
He is very...
He's very disrespectful.
He's disrespectful of her. He calls her sugar tits, which is, was offensive. And then also there was one thing, I mean, whatever, she ends up is like, okay, you can call me that. Once they get together, whatever, have your nicknames, who am I to judge? But there was something that bothered me, was that so Lexi goes on tour with him, and originally she's on one tour bus, but then, she's almost assaulted, and she switches to being on the tour bus with all of the band, all of the three ugly guys.
Yeah.
And they steal her panties, and they think that's like a funny joke.
Right.
And for some reason, like maybe 5 years ago, I would have thought that was pretty innocuous, but I don't know if it's just me and I have matured, where I'm like, that's a really fucked up thing to do.
You mean, yeah, and you say assault, but that's light, like... Yeah, it's the first night of the tour or something.
Yeah.
What happens is some person on the crew corners her in the not as good bus.
Yeah.
And like intends to rape her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
she's saved.
Some guy finds them and they kick this guy out or whatever, and Trent boils inside, and it's like, oh, he wants to be protective of her, and she joins Trent and Austin and Sean, 3UG, and Iz, much older drummer.
We need to talk about Iz, but go on.
Yeah, is amazing. Is amazing. But for a woman who had that happen to her, to then, again, these like real shifts, but she goes right back. They do something of that nature.
Yeah.
Where it's like adolescent, and like you said, might seem innocuous in years past, but whatever years, for someone to experience that, and then we're going to steal your underwear throughout the tour?
Yeah. It was... Because I think there was like this delicate balance that the author was trying to do to, make it seem like Lexi could hang, you know what I mean? And like be one of the guys, which is still like... It's still a pressure, I think, that still exists amongst like women in a male-dominated world, even though that it does not have to. It should not be a pressure. So I get that, but it did, like, I don't know. I think like it did bother me that she wasn't as bothered by their hijinks a little bit. I don't know.
I get that.
Yeah. And I'm also like, and it's also like a financial thing. Like she, says that she very much enjoys, purchasing her undergarments from a fine retailer, feels confident wearing them, even though she wears a sweatshirt on top. I get that. Don't steal something that is of worth, Yeah,
it's insane. It's an insane
out of all
psychology.
Of the insane things.
Well, there's something that I finished the book right before I got here, and I started a few weeks back, but finished recently. And one of the things that stuck out to me, again, I was just blown away by really the psychology of the characters, where it's meant to be sort of fun and flippant and like rock and roll, but it's pretty startling if you really think about it. And so one of the last shows on the tour, Lexi and Trent go to meet Sean's parents after the show. And there's this little anecdote that they start talking about where Sean, took his mom's car keys and drove the Oldsmobile when he was 10 years old. And it was just meant to be something they were just talking about. Oh, ha, ha, ha. And Sean knocked over a mailbox, and he also says he maimed a dog.
Yeah.
And he's so just like, yeah, it was fine. The dog was fine 2 weeks later, ha, 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 and meant to move on. And so it's like, that's what I'm trying to do is apply that general, like, outlook of life. Like, yeah, I maimed a dog.
Yeah.
So what? You know, like, this is rock and roll. And, like, see you, mom and dad. You know, like, I'm embarrassed. It's, like, very adolescent and also, like, totally crazy.
Do you think, like, you're a musician? Like, do you find it accurate? Like, I mean, I know I'm not saying every musician killed a dog, but, like, do you think, like, there's a... Just on terms of, like, how the author created this character, is there some accuracy to it, or is it just, like, too heightened to be?
Well, it's interesting because I think it's... Well, first of all, I've never toured or, like, experienced what this level is.
But you know that world.
I do, in my own respect, and I'm an observant person. I fancy myself as such. And I had a similar experience watching A Star Is Born, where at the beginning I was just kind of like, does this kind of musician even exist in the world? And is this what the lifestyle's like? Does everyone recognize Bradley Cooper? And then, oh, this is the size of the arena he's playing. You know, all these, like, logistical things that go into what realistically happens in the world of music these days. And so, like, the actual world and the things that are said between people, or a band like Three Ugly Guys... I was trying to go, like, who is this band in real life? Yeah. I kept thinking Imagine Dragons. Are you familiar with this band?
I have heard of Imagine Dragons, but don't tell me to name a song.
But they're very big.
Okay.
And they've, like, been in and around Grammys. But, like, some people think they're kind of douchey.
Yeah.
But they have their own style, and it's, like, rock. And I'm sure they sell out the Staples Center, right? And so I kept thinking about them and bands like that. I was like, okay, that still exists. But, like, as far as the psychology of it and thinking of it, I found it a tad, and not even a musician, like, just a tad. I don't know if people really think that way in their inner dialogue. Yeah. It felt a little bit like the well-earned gripe of a man writing a woman's dialogue. Yeah. There were moments where I was just kind of like, is this a sort of, you know, you know, a sort of, what am I trying to say? Just not a fully fleshed out, realized, realistic, but it's not meant to be fully realistic, right? It's meant to be kind of heightened and a little silly and a little, like, stereotypical. And so I think it executes in that way. And so I don't know if
I agree. I think there are points where, like, a character will say something or do something, and it's like, okay, like, that is definitely the author's take on this. I don't know how accurate it is. There was one line, I even highlighted it, but I remember it, don't worry, where Trent is bragging about how, you know, when he was in high school, he was like, and I, like, this isn't, or he said, he says something along the lines of, like, and this is great sex. Like, it isn't sex where I was, like, banging, like Celeste, you know, underneath, like, the bleachers at school, and then, like, 2 days later, I did her twin sister doggy style, and then the paragraph ends with, "This isn't 11th grade." And what is 11th grade? Like, you know what I mean? Is that a rock star's 11th grade? Am I crazy?
Yeah, it's always been. You're not crazy, Becky.
Well, thank you.
But thanks. Yeah, like I thought about that a lot. I don't think it's about rock and roll stars. I don't think this is their life, because but the way they're described and, like, the hunkiness of them, and how, like, the sex appeal, and, like, they kept talking about how they take their shirts off during the shows, and so, like, that I don't think is realistic or computes. Like, that's not what rock and roll sexy is. Rock and roll is not like I'm totally shredded. Rock and roll is I play rock and roll and I live a wild lifestyle. And so there's an attraction there. But it's not like I'm a model and chiseled and all the ladies go nuts for us. You know, it just seemed...
I would say Maroon 5 begs the differ.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not a Maroon 5 fan, but...
But even Adam Levine is, like, he's not shredded.
No.
But he's in good shape. And you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're so right. He took his shirt off. But even them, I think of as being more pop.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So, like,
I agree, yeah.
And so as far as, the realism of, they also were trying to be depicted as rock and roll.
Right.
And like Lexi's whole thing is like, I'm rock through and through, and so I don't know. But also this leads into the realisticness of when I think of a rock and roll band, not that the singer always writes all the songs, but I'd say one of the biggest mind blows that I had was deep into the book when he kept saying we should write a duet together, Trent and Lexi, and then they sit down to do it, and it comes out that he's never written a song in his whole life.
Yeah.
And he has these like joke lyrics, and he tries to play it off as a joke, like she's got a rack like Katy Perry, but something scary, and he like tries to play it off, and it just took the wind out of my sails, Becky. It really did. Did it? How was it that moment for you?
I was appalled. I was surprised because, like, I'm going to be, like, you have more respect for people who write their own songs. Like, it's not that I don't, like, love, I love pop music, and there's so many songs out there that I know were not written by said pop stars, but there is something when, like, I could be wrong, but you, like, as a music listener, I always assume that, like, rock stars, they all write their songs together. Or, like, they all write their own songs. And, like, pop stars do have other songwriters come in.
Yeah.
So I was surprised to hear that. And that made me think, oh, maybe Three Ugly Guys is more of a pop band.
Yeah, but yes. But that's what, it didn't line up. It really threw me for a loop because that was not who I thought Trent Donovan was.
Same, yeah.
Because they never say their songs are the greatest songs ever, but it seemed like an unnecessary narrative choice that I think, threw me for a loop. And it bummed me out. Because it was right when they were trying to get together, and I swear for the next 30 or 40 pages, it really bummed me out. I was like, this sucks, like, he's just like, who is this guy? Like, it was almost like I was willing to put up with his adolescent bullshit to at least be like, okay, they write their own dang songs, not even genius,
well, you know
but
what
like,
I mean, talented,
like, he sings, plays guitar, and whether they're like Nickelback or whatever, they're going for it, and they're writing their songs, and it's working.
Yeah.
But to be like, our old drummer wrote all the songs, and now everyone just writes songs for us. Because then you could tell, like, she tried to really justify that narrative choice afterwards, whether it was Lexi's POV or Trent's, a lot of Lexi's, where it was like, wow, he interprets those songs so perfectly. And, like, really trying to, like, keep him legit and cool. Yeah. But every time she tried to do that, it would remind me that he is a fake a little bit, and not a fake, but it didn't seem in line with what rock is, or
because like when I think of rock, I think of someone who, like, a rock star, like, has so much autonomy over everything about their life, like whether it's what they wear, their persona, what they write, how they act. And the fact that, like, Trent, there is one aspect of Trent's life that he does not have autonomy over. Like, he's not sticking it to the man. The man is writing his music. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I will say I have some friends that are more high up in the music industry, friends that are songwriters. There is a lot more. Just like with comedians, when comedians get really big, they have people write for them.
Right.
And so there is a lot of that happens. I have a friend who writes songs with and other groups, but they're a part of it. Yeah. And so it's like more of a collaboration, and be it Bruno Mars or whoever, but he's a songwriter, Bruno Mars specifically.
Right. But he's not just, like, taking a piece of music and, like, reading off of lyrics. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then that's what I think Trent. From my understanding, it seems like that's what Trent does.
He just, like, takes the songs as written. Yeah, which happens too, Sure, but it threw me and it bummed me out.
Oh, I'm sorry it bummed you out. Well, not.
But in a good way.
In a good way, you cared.
I mean, not in a good way, but just in a way of, hey, I'm in for this ride. I'm reading this book. And again, like I said, like somehow it was like there were moments where I was like, this is the most hilarious and ludicrous thing I've ever read. And but also, I know it's like meant to be that a little bit, but also I was so gripped. I would just read. And a lot of it was astonishment at the depiction of the world, the rock world, and or the character's thoughts from moment to moment, or the description and the relationship to sex. But it was, I mean, there were so many crazy things, and even like narratively, like I can't tell you how many times it was his eyebrows pulled up into a half, like his lips. And like whatever, I'm not shitting on the writer here. I'm it's amazing and work, and I think there's a lot of beautiful stuff. I'm serious. But also, it's like you're trying to get through a book, and I'm sure she's writing a bunch of them, and what are you going to do? But boy, the amount she rolls her eyes a good 1,000 times in the book.
And she like does like flicks
she
her
flicks her lip ring,
ring,
and boy, it drives him nuts. He loves it.
I mean,
he can't wait till those glossy lips are around Mr. Trent.
Yeah, and boy, do we know it.
But it's also lips. I swear, like people's lips pulled into a smirk. Yeah, a good 95 times in the book.
Oh yeah.
They lifted, they pulled.
There's like only so much you can write for like base like because like in 50 Shades, like the thing people usually mention is that she's always biting her lower lip. And that comes up again and again and again. And it's like there's only so much you can do
to describe
to like be
these
like
moments.
yeah, like
sure.
No one's like, like or like doing like picking their nose or something. They're like biting their lower lip or like
no, I hear you.
Grinning.
No one listens to a ska band and goes, every song the guitar goes, It's like, that's just what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Your lips pull into a half smirk that, tells of more. Do you have a tagline?
Oh, I do. Oh my God, okay, I came up with two.
Please.
Okay, this is...
You're a writer. You're prolific.
Exactly. Okay, so this is my first one that probably should be... Okay. His fingers know a woman just as well as a guitar. Because he really enjoys clitori.
I kept thinking they needed to rhyme, but they don't need to rhyme.
No,
it's just like a fun-ass phrase, right?
Just a fun-ass phrase.
Okay, and what's the second one?
Second one. He's put another dime in her jukebox.
I love it.
His dime being Mr. Trent and her jukebox being her vagina.
I think Trent would shudder at the idea of equating his big rock hard cock with a dime, which is so small.
I hear you. I hear you. And Trent, I hear you. But I think for a guy who's in a band of 4 hot guys in a band called 3 ugly guys, I feel like you can like understand the irony.
Maybe if he wrote his own songs.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what irony is. Okay, do you want to read...
Like ironing my shirt?
Yeah.
My mom does that. And if anyone touches her, I'll kill him.
He lives with his mom.
His blood goes to a boil the moment he thinks a man is with his mother.
It's so crazy. Because like his mom is like okay with him having sex with whoever, She knows her son's a rock star. He's going to be having 3 ways, 4 ways, 1 ways, whatever.
Like, oh, Trent.
And she's like, oh, Trent, but his mom can't have like the same amount of fun. Like it is.
It's pretty edible.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it's also, these tinges of sexism that. Yes. Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at my notes. Oh, I'm not don't mean to cut you off at all.
No.
I just would be, I believe, remiss if I did not mention, and devastated, quite frankly, for us to not talk about the wing challenge.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this wing challenge.
To your point of the adolescent, and and especially like, okay, so 3 ugly guys. There's a big room in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
And to determine who gets it, they have this thing that they've done forever as a band, the wing challenge.
So why don't you explain the rules real quick of the wing challenge? Because it's like a little confusing. Just the rules of this wing challenge.
Yeah, well, I think there's some like rules, some like precursors to it that I don't remember. But in general, it's whoever eats the most hot wings. They get hot wings, and whoever eats the biggest number of wings wins. Is there more to it?
Yeah, no, that seems about right. Yeah.
Right, and so it's like whoever wins, and Trent knows he's going to win, so he wins the bed in the back of the bus for the first 4 weeks of this 12-week tour. But then after 4 weeks is up, Lexi's become a part of the family, part of the crew, and so she's in on the wing challenge. It comes down to, wouldn't you know it, Lexi and Trent for the second round, but Lexi the night before was like passing out sick.
Yeah.
Like she was totally ill, and that's the first night that they spent just sleeping in each other's arms in the back of the bus.
Watching
Lion King. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
She later gives her a necklace that says Hakuna Matata.
And she cries.
Yeah, it's the sweetest thing she's ever received on her birthday. The sweetest gift she's ever gotten. And but Trent he like lets her win. Because the agreement is, if you win, you have to go to see a doctor, which she doesn't want to see a doctor.
No, she's too badass. She's too rock to see a doc.
Yeah, exactly. See a doc? No way, man. Too rock. Only if it's Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that called Dr. Feelgood. He's the one that make it feel all right.
Oh, man. That was good. Okay.
People got to read this dang book.
They got to read the book. Okay. Do you want to... Okay.
Yeah, you want to read
Yeah, do you want to read something?
This is post-wing.
Post-wing.
Right.
Post-wing challenge.
That's what I'm talking about. It's like it goes from...
Yeah.
It
goes from wings to...
She's totally sick, and then they hang out, and then she eats 29 hot wings, and then they hook up. It's like, fuck, dude, this is rock and roll.
I mean, when I said I wasn't romantic, I think I am now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm this. Oh, yeah. I'm romantic. So does it end here? The words rush from her?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My fingers dip into the waistband of her shorts, and her hands leave my hair to help me pull them off her hips, panties and all. Fuck. I groan when my fingers run over her pussy and find her wet. I need a taste. Dropping to my knees, I part her lips and inhale, savoring the scent. Happy birthday, Lex, I say before licking between her legs. My tongue dips into her folds and her taste permeates my mouth. Like a bear to honey, I'm obsessed with her sweetness. I need all of her. More. I can't imagine I'll ever have my fill. It says, oh God, the words rush from her. Mouth, as her breath rises. It keeps going.
Oh, yeah, you can keep reading. Listen.
I imagine people listening to this are like getting turned on.
Oh, my God. I'm not going to lie. Like, I had a few guys on this show who, boy, do they have great voices. Scott, you're in the top. You have a good audio narrating voice.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I'm sure the ladies and the men, if you wanted to...
I appreciate you saying that.
I'm not, and
I've gotten mixed reviews on my voice. That's been the feedback. Some people are like, you talk too slow.
Not for this?
Okay, yeah, so it works for this.
Oh my God, it works for this. Like, here's the thing, like...
I'm having a ball.
You're just like, you're getting close to the microphone. Oh, whoops, sorry. You're getting close to the microphone. You're like...
I lean out.
Leaning in, and you're being like very... Like, it's good.
Well, I'm also an extremely present and attentive lover.
Mm-hmm. And I think
IRL. So it helps me embody the performance.
It's what the listeners need.
Oh, God. The words rush from her mouth as her breath rises and falls from her belly in heavy bursts. She's close and I've hardly done a thing. I want to see her fall apart, climax, and crash over the crest of pleasure while riding the wave all over my face. I lean back and stop eating her out to run my hands up the side of her leg, pleased when her skin prickles with goose flesh. Goose flesh. One of the sexiest terms you can ever.
Oh, yeah.
Just say goosebumps. Flesh. Anyways, flesh on its own, but goose flesh from my touch. Her hands brace against the metal door frame. Her eyes follow my every move, and I can't help but stare as she watches my index and middle fingers dip deep into her center. My fingers mimic what my dick wishes he was doing. Patience, buddy. There's no way I'm rushing this with Lexi. Trent, she groans, biting that full lower lip. Like 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah.
What, baby? Tell me what you want. Make me come with your mouth. Fuck. That's it. The cherry on the proverbial sundae that proves Lexi is unequivocally the woman for me. Fuck, you're beautiful. That's the end of the highlighted part.
Oh my God. That was so good.
Thank you.
That was so good.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Listen, like you should look into like doing like narration for
Okay. I can use this as my demo tape.
Please. I'll be your agent. My God.
Do they let's do it. You want to become a voiceover agent?
I do now.
They must do
Oh, do they?
audiobooks of these.
There are some wonderful audio. I started listening to audiobooks recently, and there's some wonderful narrators out there.
Nice.
And it's like a huge thing now. There's like a whole like people who are like fans of romance audio narrators. Like you'd be a celebrity.
By the way, no one take this idea. That's a great movie idea. That's a specific character.
For sure.
It's
Yeah.
Someone who, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
And that's how they get by.
Because like,
what's their love life in real life?
You know? But the thing is,
I'm taking this. Let's do it. You want to write a movie together?
Yeah, let's write it. Guys, show's over. We're writing a movie.
Maybe it's a web series. No, I'm just kidding.
No, let's be real. It will be a web series.
It makes sense because it's just like, audio is such a big thing now, which is so amazing. And, all of technology, that podcasting and all this stuff has become so big where it reaches this intimate place. I think that's probably why these guys are, are they women? It's just all men, right?
It's men and women.
Oh, cool.
I feel like it's probably more women than men.
Sorry.
And I think that's like when there is a male narrator, I think it's kind of like the same thing as like being a male ballet dancer where people are just like flocking, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, I guess it makes sense that it's more female because a lot of the narration is POV, the woman's POV.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean,
that makes sense.
It's predominantly like female protagonists, and if there is a male protagonist, it's male and female, although there are exceptions.
Well, like this book. I wonder if there's already audio for this book.
There might be.
We should reach out to Kacey Shea.
Yeah, let's reach out to her. Okay. Here's what oh shoot.
You got another one you're going to read?
I have another one, but never mind. Hold on. There was one part I didn't highlight at all, but it was just like this great part where he is after this moment, he goes down on her again, and she was like, "No, like I already came, it's fine." And he's like, "Lexi, listen to me. Making a woman come gives me pleasure. This is what gets me off." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, sold. I am sold. As female reader, sold. That's what
you want to hear.
That's what you want to hear. Yeah. And that's like why it's also like why we read these books, or one of the major reasons. And it's like, okay, I thought Trent was an asshole. Now I love him.
Really?
Well, there were parts when I didn't love him after that, but I was just like, okay, like, because he's like calling her sugar tits. He's stealing her underwear. He's being a real douche. And then all of a sudden he's just like, to make a woman come is the best thing in the entire world.
And that forgives all the rest.
In the book, obviously. God, in real life, he wouldn't even get to that point in my life.
And it goes both ways. I can imagine like some woman sort of like whatever version of Trent where you're like, what is up with this lady? And then she looks up at you and it's like, I'll suck your dick forever. And you're like, all right, sure.
Yeah, okay, great.
Actually, I kind of like this character now. I'm okay.
Yeah, you did it. That's like your 180. Great. Sounds good.
Mr. Trent says yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Scott. Let's see if Kayla's into that.
Okay. Oh, okay. So here's one that I have. Okay, so she's on him, she's riding him, and he goes, I can't hold back any longer. I grip her hips, her skin's soft and smooth, and encourage her to move. Fuck me, ride me. I want that cum, I say, and that's all it takes for her to move from under hurried swivels of her hips to serious fucking. Her tits bounce with each gyration, and I tease one nipple, squeezing, pinching. My other hand goes to where her body connects with mine, and my thumb finds her swollen clit. I rub tiny, fast circles that spur her on. Primal moans and groans that bounce off the walls in time with our pleasure. Wanton. She chants my name, a whisper on those gorgeous lips, and I have to get closer. Ecstasy. My hand leaves her breast to grip her neck, and I bring her down at the same time as I push my shoulders off the bed so I can claim her lips. Our breaths mingle. She's close and so am I, but I will not come until she does. She rides me, harder still, and my fingers thread through the hair at her nape to pull it into a fist and tug. Come, Lexi. Fucking come for me, I growl into her. I always do.
Wow.
True love, man. That's hot.
Yeah. So you really like a man's focus on a woman coming and him being so adamant, like this is a big deal to me.
Yeah. And I think I'm not the only one.
Of course not.
No, but yeah, and I think that there's something that I think that's what like kind of gravitates me to these books is that a man seeks pleasure from giving a woman pleasure, but that also has like a wider like implication of a man wanting to be a partner, a 100% equal partner with a woman, or a woman and a woman, or a man and a man, whatever, and like so it's not just the sex; it's the principle of it. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense.
Yeah,
it makes total sense. Yeah, because the gripe traditionally, and these doofus guys, not doofus like me, but super doofuses, stupid doofuses,
right, stoofuses,
stoop doofs.
Yeah,
we all know them.
yeah, stoop doofs. Yep.
I'm doof, like it's funny, what's the doof? But these are stoop doofs, full blown. And I can step in and out of my doofusness. I have some control over it.
Right. Yeah. You're not stupid.
These guys are, what's the word? Chronic.
Chronic doof. Yeah.
Yeah. Chronic stoop doofs. They are just, they just don't know how to pay attention or they're not focused on that. But yes, it goes both ways, but they just don't think about it. I think maybe also because guys are so self-centered with sex and also scared, but don't have any idea how to acknowledge their own fear or process it. So then it becomes this tunnel vision weird thing.
Yeah.
And it's like they're not even here and they've watched porn, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, to find another human being, whatever their gender or whatever is, to look at you and go, I'm tuning into you.
Yeah.
And I want to know what you're feeling from moment to moment. And I want to take you to that place. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's a love story. That's romance, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, and from a practical standpoint, it's I'm the partner, adult, who's like not the objective, but the fun sort of climax of a sexual encounter is to reach this orgasm thing that happens to our bodies. And so that's where I'm going to look to get. And I would hope the same thing for you.
Yeah.
I would hope that you reach that place too.
Sure.
And to be so courteous to go, let's go with you first. Because what I know of the woman's physiology is that...
Depends on the person, but sure.
It does, but there's no refractory period for a female, or less of that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I know that I'm going to need a moment, probably, after I hit that place.
Of course. You need a snack. I get it. Okay.
You need a snack? You need a snack. I get it.
I got a quick snack. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. Okay.
Huh?
Okay, I have a question for you. So,
Lovely.
Lexi Marks.
Uh-huh.
Her Marks isn't her last name.
No, it's not.
Her last name, she took it from Richard Marx.
Yep.
Who was her childhood musical crush.
Right.
Who was your childhood musical crush? Not like teenager musical crush, but like what was a musician or a band that when you were a kid you were obsessed with?
Okay, crush, not as in a woman that I'm like, this is my... Because my childhood crush was Punky Brewster.
Oh.
Soleil Moonfry.
Yeah.
Boy, I just had it for her.
Yeah.
She was so cool.
She still is.
Oh my
She's
gosh,
a cool
her
name.
style, she was so chill. Like she was so cute. That was my love. Punky Brewster. The music that I really... Because my dad was a big influence.
Okay.
Musically. And so my first impressions of music were the record player and getting a CD player when in the 1990 or something like that.
Yeah, it was the best birthday present ever.
But I really, when I was a kid, the music I liked as a kid or like really idolized, Billy Idol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought his songs were cool, and his face was on the cover, and I liked the song "Let's Go" by the Cars, where it was like, I like the nightlife, baby. I really like that song, but yeah, I guess that's all that's coming to my mind is Billy Idol. You know? I know that, and Bob Dylan and Neil Young, like that's who my dad was playing all the time.
That's what my dad played all the time.
I think as I grew up, when I look back, I have a deep fascination with like yacht rock and soft rock. So like Michael McDonald, Kenny Loggins, Christopher Cross, like all those kind of songs. And I think that was just because I grew up, I was born in 1980. So it's like, that's like seeped into my consciousness.
Sure.
And so like, but I love the romance and the sort of POV of a lot of those lyrics. There's a lot of extreme romanticism and kind of hyperbole in the romance and a lot of those songs,
Totally.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay. I was obsessed with Billy Joel when I was
Two Billies.
Yeah. That's why I was like, when you're like Billy, I'm like, yeah. Oh, nope. I don't.
Not Billy Joel.
No, my brother really liked Billy Joel, and I looked up to my brother. So I was like, I like Billy Joel too. And I invited him to my 8th birthday party. I sent him an invitation to my 8th birthday party.
That's so sweet.
And so on the day of my birthday, my mom gives me like this cassette tape wrapped in paper, and I open it, and there's a letter, and it said, "Dear Becky, like, sorry I couldn't make it to your party, but here's a tape from like my God, I don't know what it was, but of like my private album collection," and it said signed Billy Joel, and this was written on a computer, and signature.
Did you believe it?
2 weeks later, I get a letter in the mail. It is a signed autograph of Billy Joel. It said, "Becky, happy birthday from Billy Joel." And my mom had written the original letter on my birthday and then had to be like, "Oh, well, I guess he sent 2 letters. That's crazy."
But the second one was like an official?
Was
like
an official, from the fan club thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was sweet. I'm like glad that, I mean, I don't know how I feel about Billy Joel now, but like I'm glad that like, oh, there was something about me that like touched, I'm sure he doesn't open his own fan mail, but there was like some, assistant of an agent of a publicist was like, "Oh, that's cute. Let's get him to sign."
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's cute.
Well, having a little kid, I have a daughter, she's not quite 2 and about to have a son in October. Just thinking about having kids and they're going to grow up and really look up to people. And I'm going to have to do those things like your parents, like write to these people or ask for, these kinds of things or play into these fantasy type things with them. Down the street, a friend of mine lives down the street, and he has a daughter that's 12. And it just made me think of her her favorite is Billie Eilish.
Okay, yeah.
And so, like, she's stepping out of childhood into teen years, but that's when I started really associating with music. I think you start going through puberty and your feelings, and it becomes a whole different thing, and you need to hear that stuff. That's when I got into punk and, like, all that, you know, in a deep way I really was having all these feelings and needed to relate to it, you know? And, but yeah, do you know Billie Eilish at all?
Yes, like from like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah. I think her music is amazing.
I need to listen to her.
Her fashion's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
too.
I think I follow her.
I love
Instagram.
she wears these big clothes.
Yeah.
But the kids are just this 12-year-old girl. I was just talking to her about Billie Eilish, and she just loves her so much. I think that's so cool when you're so young to be. Those people are such a big deal to you.
Sure. Yeah, because like they're telling our stories. You know, I mean, that's how I felt about the Spice Girls. They were telling. Okay. I was obsessed with Spice Girls after post Joel. I was really into Spice Girls and Alanis Morissette, of course.
Sure, and the Spice Girls were telling your story. You said.
Oh yeah.
You were big into if someone wanted to be your lover.
Got to get with my friends.
Exactly.
That's what I said. That's what I said to everyone.
I like Spice Girls. They were cool.
They are so great. So I'm just going to go on a tangent real quick. Please. But remember how everyone was like, oh my God, that in Birdman, there was like the constant shot. You know what I'm talking about? Look at the Spice Girls wannabe video. It was invented then. So that's all I have to say.
The sort of one long tracking shot.
One long tracking shot is, everyone's like, oh my God, Birdman is one long tracking shot. Excuse me. Go back to 1996 and watch the wannabe music video because they excel at that particular filmmaking art form.
Right. Or Rope by Alfred Hitchcock. That's
one long shot. But that doesn't count.
I'm sure there's plenty more like cinephile references. But,
yeah, I know, but let's just...
We're talking modern times. We should look to the Spice Girls wannabe.
Absolutely.
For sure.
I'll share it on my various social medias.
Ginger was my favorite.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, Jerry Halliwell.
Oh, yeah.
I had a thing for her.
You did?
Yeah.
I loved her.
She did Playboy.
I know.
And I sought it out as a late teen.
That was yeah.
And I really liked it. And then years later, met a guy who dated her for a while, and I was so jealous.
Aw.
Not jealous for real, but I was like, "Whoa, that's cool."
That is really cool. That's
he dated
cool.
Jerry Halliwell. She seemed so like charming and beautiful.
Yeah. I still think she is. Whenever I see her, I'm like, oh man, she can hang. All of them can hang, except for Posh. She just doesn't want to hang. But yeah,
that's her deal.
She's too busy being married to a soccer star. That's a different romance for a different time. Okay, so I think we're gonna move on to our final thoughts.
Makes sense.
Okay, 1. What was your favorite sex scene?
My favorite sex scene. Yeah, I get the sex scenes weren't my favorite scenes. Right. You know?
Okay, what was your favorite scene then?
No, but sex scenes. The first time they hooked up.
Me too.
Yeah,
I thought it was a good one.
It was like there was no penetration.
No,
and
it's not about it.
I thought that was cool. Yeah. I thought that was cool. I liked how she had them sleep in the same bed first, and like they really got to warm up to each other in a certain way, and even they like had a kiss. I liked all that. I like how it wasn't just 0 to 100,
right?
And so I appreciated that, and the culmination of that being the first hookup. Yours was the same.
Mine was the same. How did you feel about the ending, the happily ever after? Did you believe it?
Yeah.
Same. I was a little nervous because I'm like, I hope Trent stays faithful. But it seems like he was.
Yeah, he seemed ready.
He seemed ready.
Like, yeah, again, the whole "are you a romantic?" Like, they both really jump into this. You're everything to me. Trust me. And they start either like, I'm here for you no matter what. He took a week off of their tour to be with her when her dad passed. I thought that was excessive. That stuff worried me where I was like, okay, you're so like high stakes, when it's like, okay, let's let it progress here.
Yeah.
And so who knows if they'll make it forever, but if that's even the goal.
I think, well, in the world, in the off-track
But I totally
world,
believed it. I loved it, and I think that's super fun. And I like that she's friends with the other guys in the band, and they're all supportive, and I think that's really cute.
It's a really good, cute community. Okay.
Because the other books in the series are the other guys in the band.
Yeah.
That's what I just read and realized.
Yeah.
And so there's a whole Sean book and a whole Austin book.
I hope there's an Iz book. We got to get his life on track.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Okay. But I mean, I'm sorry we couldn't bring up Iz, but like, he, again and again, just every line you'd be like, I don't know what Iz is up to, but he is just getting stoned over there. Like, Iz is high on something. Who knows what he's up to?
And he's old.
And it's like, someone's got to get Iz.
I want everyone to read this book, so hopefully you guys will read this book.
Okay, everyone read the book. Okay, so now I asked for a rating, A through F. Rate it based on like A, B, C, D. But rate it, rate it based on how much like you enjoyed it. Yeah, rate please. Okay, great. Rate it based on how much you enjoyed it.
Yeah, A plus.
A plus. Yeah,
I'm not kidding. I wasn't joking. It's like I've never. You come upon these things that are like, whatever, a movie or something where you're like, what is this?
Yeah.
And and I love that you suggested this one. It was like, because it was in this rock world mixed with, this romance stuff. And boy, it just, like I told you, I was nodding and like, I swear multiple times I gave a thumbs up to the book as I was reading it. I was like,
love it.
All right, like so funny. I just was so captivated with the book in every way, in like a funny way, a campy way, yet I also was deeply emotionally invested in characters. Yeah,
because you do get emotionally invested, like no matter what the book and like no matter for me, like even the quality of the writing, I am just like at the edge of my seat being like, how are these two gonna get together?
Wow.
Like I need to know. It's like watching a sports game or a movie, you want to know how it ends.
Absolutely. Because A plus, and I know that because when you say the other books in the series, I go, because I want to see if they what Trent and Lexi, what parts they play in those other books.
I'm pretty sure that they must, because usually in like these, there's a lot, like most of these
kinds of
they're series, and so you always see like couples like in the background, or like not in the background, but they pop up and like you check in on how they're doing, like they're engaged or pregnant or something, and it's like, oh, okay, they're still going on strong.
That's so cool. That's like so a big universe.
Okay, so my rating, I gave the book an A plus. I really think it feeds into, like, if you're like, I have a fantasy about, like, my romantic fantasy involves falling in love with a rock star, like, this book definitely, like, satisfies that fantasy, and I highly recommend it.
Love it. I'm so glad that we both loved it.
Yeah, of course. Well, Scott, thanks for jamming with me.
I love that. I wish people could see the face you made. You're like, I know I'm being cheesy, but I can't help myself.
I can't help myself. I'm so cool. I gotta just balance it out by being super cheesy.
Truly a pleasure to read the book and to sit and talk with you.
Guys, don't forget to check out Jam Space and Self-Esteem Party where you get your podcasts. And don't forget to follow this podcast on Twitter and Instagram at TSTL Podcast. And look, if you're still standing after this rollicking good time we had, please leave a review. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.
Did you know a 2018 study showed half of prenatal vitamins tested had unacceptable levels of heavy metals? I'm Kat, mother of 3 and founder of Ritual. When I was 4 months pregnant, I couldn't find a prenatal I could trust, so I created my own. Ours is made traceable, third-party tested for heavy metals, and recently earned the Purity Award from the Clean Label Project. But don't just take my word for it. Get 25% off at ritual.com/podcast.